Dear Mother, Winterhold has little to show for itself besides bitter histories and treacherous seas. There are few stories to be told here, few songs to be sung, where practically everything is swallowed up by snow or the waves. It's no wonder they call it the Sea of Ghosts, when I saw 2 shipwrecks in as many days. But don't worry, I wasn't traveling in either of them. I'm glad now that there was no boat or ship available to take me north by sea, and I think I'll be sticking to solid ground from now on. I've been accompanied lately by a fellow traveler, the son of troubadours and a bit of a jester himself. And before you ask, no. Why do you always have to make assumptions whenever I happen to mention a male friend? Honestly, Mother. Anyway, I'm not sure I even consider him a friend yet. He's easy enough to like, which is exactly the problem. I can like him all I want, but it's difficult to trust someone who talks about the literally disarming qualities of laughter and then hardly says a word that isn't in jest. I wonder why he seems to want so badly for me to be disarmed. Perhaps it's all just deflection, a way to protect himself from the world. But if he never takes anything seriously, how can I hope to know what he really cares about, or what kind of man he is underneath all the jokes? I suppose it doesn't matter. Soon enough we'll part ways and probably never see each other again, like everyone else I've met in this land. I wonder sometimes if there's anyone here who will miss me after I've gone back home. The bleak weather seems to be making me melancholy, in spite of my companion's constant good cheer. But I'll be back in Whiterun soon to get a few days of sunshine, I hope, and rest if I'm lucky, and catch up on any letters you've sent since I departed for Iverstead. Give my love and good wishes to everyone at home. I hope you're all keeping warmer than I am here. Love, Edda. Oh, driver, do you think you could hold up here for a minute?
Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along the way?
Actually, I was hoping that we could stop here just for a minute.
Whoa.
Hello there, dog. Hey, can you move out of the way so I can get off the carriage? Good grief.
So, I have a question. If a pickaxe made of iron can chip off ebony or a calcum and other ore, doesn't that make iron the strongest metal?
Huh. You would think so, but I suppose that the unrefined ores are not as strong as they are once you smelt them. That's my best guess anyway.
I often tell people I'm suffering from brain rot. That way they think I'm twice as smart as I actually am.
You know, Rumarin, sometimes I want to just, go along with the joke, run with the joke that you make. But other times, I feel like you really aren't giving yourself enough credit. Okay, now as for the reason why we stopped, I don't remember why, but I feel like there was some reason why I wanted to visit this place down here. So I figure we should at least check it out before we leave the area. And maybe it's nothing, but maybe we'll find something of interest. Let's go take a look.
Best hurry it up.
Yeah, hold on. We won't be too long, I don't think. This looks like it's... Oh no. That sounds like a bandit.
Now ain't this a surprise?
Hey!
Damn you!
We'll be hearing the bards sing about this.
Probably not, Rumarin. I won't be singing about it anyway. Now. Hello? Hey, are you okay?
Ah, there you are. Not you specifically, of course, but I was waiting for an adventurer to free me from this predicament. I
The
had
bandit, you mean?
Borvir would be more than enough protection against the occasional bandit. He said he was a conjurer from the College of Winterhold. And that's his corpse. So I'm beginning to doubt the accuracy of that statement.
Well, you managed to survive, though. You must be tough enough on your own.
Right. That's me. Tough, clever, and, well, probably lucky. Although, my resilience has nothing to do with my own constitution.
No?
I always carry a satchel of blue mountain flowers to chew on to restore my health in emergencies. And, well, lettuce to help me with the luck. In any event, my name is Kiana. I'm an alchemist.
Oh.
And no, I won't brew you an ale.
Huh. Do alchemists actually do that? Brew ale?
We've been known to, experiment with various ingredients. But Borvir would have been the one to ask about that. Well, back when he was alive. Alchemy is mostly a serious endeavor. There's a few jokes my colleagues like to pass around, but they're mostly awful.
Let's see. Can I think of an alchemy joke? Okay, let's try this. What did the snowberry say to the fire salts? You're irresistible.
Except, snowberries do help you resist fire. So do fire salts.
Right.
I don't think that makes sense. Which is good, for you, anyway. You don't want to get in the habit of making alchemy jokes. Well, because they're stupid.
Okay. I know that was a terrible joke. Rumarin's probably despairing of my sense of humor right now. Well, anyway, so what predicament was it that you were talking about earlier? The, bandit, I suppose?
Predicament? Oh, right. Well, when, Borvir became arrow fodder, I humbly suggested to the bandit that he could make far greater use of me alive.
Smart.
I explained to the brute, using very small words, that I was an alchemist of some skill and could mix powerful potions on his behalf. In truth, I was planning on killing him using a similar trick to the one, Asliel Dureni used to vanquish the Lockvar.
I think I remember that story.
Before I could, enact my plan, another bandit killed him and took his place. 3 bandits later, and, well, here we are.
Why are you still hanging out here? I helped you this time, but I may not be here when the next bandit comes around.
Right, but another adventurer could. Bandits and adventurers are like, red and blue mountain flowers.
Right.
Some restore your health, others ravage it, but the mountain will never be rid of either.
Is that an alchemy joke? What are you doing out here anyway?
I came out here for research. Most of my colleagues find that absurd, considering this part of Skyrim is, blanketed with snow.
Yeah, I noticed.
Field research is typically conducted in the, forests to the south, in caves, or near the marshes. But I'm not really looking for the typical. We're not going to advance the field of alchemy without thinking outside the satchel.
But you still have to use logic, don't you? I mean, you don't look at the sky to study fish.
Well, as a matter of fact, there are some birds of prey who dive underwater to feed, and fish who leap out of the water to evade predators. So I'd argue that things that haven't been discovered are, well, counterintuitive by nature. Not everything is as obvious as death bells.
Okay, I suppose you have a good point. So, I have to admit, I'm not much of an alchemist yet at this point, but I would like to learn. Could you teach me anything?
Right. Teach you alchemy. In a word, no.
Oh.
I mean, alchemy isn't just measuring out ingredients and boiling them together like a soup.
No? Well, what makes it so difficult then?
No two ingredients are alike. You can have one juniper berry that's sweet and ripe, and another one that's highly acidic. You have to take into account your surroundings. I mean, what if there's magical resonance affecting your distillation? Is the room sanitized? Is your alembic sanitized? Trace elements of other ingredients, no matter how small, can alter the output completely. It's not something I can teach. You need to have a feel for the variables and how they're changing. You either have it or you don't.
Kinnereth, help me. How am I ever going to learn alchemy with all that to keep in mind? Maybe I'll just have to treat it like music. I mean, with music, there are all sorts of things you have to consider, like the instrument that you're using, the size and shape of the room that you're in. Well, I think I need some cheering up. I would love to hear one of those alchemist jokes you were telling me about.
Oh, really? Okay. Let's see. How about this? Nirnroot goes on a date with a pearl. Afterward, both agree it was a disaster. There was no magic, says the Nirnroot, and no spark, adds the pearl.
Oh. Okay, I think I get that one. Let's hear another.
You know, for a second there, I think I almost achieved a state of bliss. This joke will, well, it will certainly rectify that. An adventurer, a merchant, and an herbalist come across a magical flower. The adventurer says, "By the 9, you don't see that every day." The merchant, he looks at the plant and says, "Some people may call that a flower. Me, I call it a treasure."
Ugh.
The herbalist doesn't say anything. It's not polite to talk with your mouth full.
Oh, that reminds me painfully of my first experience experimenting with alchemy. Okay, give me another one.
You do realize these jokes are awful, right?
Yes, I do.
If you were studying at a Jester Academy, they would probably be, you know, grounds for expulsion.
Rumarin probably hates me right now.
But alright, how's this? An arena fighter takes a blow to the head. Blood starts leaking into his eyes, but the fighter refuses to yield.
Okay.
The next blow knocks him out, and he loses the match. The next day, he visits the alchemist and, screams at the potion maker. "You told me bleeding crowns can fortify your blocking," he says.
Oh, God.
And that's the joke. I told you it was horrifying.
You weren't kidding. Or, well, you were kidding? Ugh. Okay, tell me another one.
Really? Alright, but don't say I didn't warn you. A bee and, a blue dartwing, they meet by a pond when a thunderstorm hits. But it turns out only the bee was shocked by the weather.
Okay, I like that one. Okay, maybe one more for the road?
This could be interpreted as a form of torture, you know.
Sorry.
Perhaps you like being tortured, but I prefer a nap. Anyways, a priest, an alchemist, and, a mage all contract the same illness. So the priest returns to his temple and, prays for a cure.
Right.
The alchemist pulls out a set of hawk feathers and eats them. The
Right.
mage, well, she casts a healing spell. 10 years later, and she's still casting.
Healing. Oh, because it was a disease and not an injury. Right. And that's why I prefer alchemy. Not that I could cast a spell anyway. How many of these jokes do you have?
If anything is a sign the world is ending, that's it. Okay, how about this? What's the one thing that an alchemist will never swallow?
I'm tempted to ask this, but I don't think so. Best guess, his pride?
I was going to say his alembic, but that works too. Alchemists do take a lot of pride in their discoveries.
Well, I think that's about as many alchemy jokes as I can handle. Thank you for putting up with that.
Alright then.
And good luck out here. Rumarin, we'd better go before the carriage driver decides that he's not going to keep waiting for us any longer. Though, may as well stop and see if this bandit had anything useful. Let's see. Lockpick, mead. The bow's worth a little bit. But that's about it. Come on, Rumarin. Come on, Garm. Let's get out of here and back on the road. I really hope the carriage driver decided to wait. I wouldn't really blame him for leaving, considering he left him out here in the storm. But there he is. So, let's continue on our way.
Ready to go?
Yes, indeed. Let's keep going.
Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Did I ever tell you what my name means in the old Old Mary?
Oh,
That's
no.
because I have no idea.
Going straight through,
That-
or did you want to stop somewhere along the way?
We had better stop here,
Whoa!
because I just heard a dragon. Do you see it? Where is it? There! Ugh. This snow is not good weather for dragon fighting. Try and keep an eye on it. Ah! Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Time for some alchemy. Resist fire. Didn't mean to take 2 of those. And restore health a bit. Can't see a thing. Okay, let's keep close to this cave entrance. Ah, missed. Actually, I'm gonna keep close to the smelter if I can. Get his wings so he can't fly anymore. I feel like I'm hardly doing any damage. The monk? Well, it's nice to have some help. Come on. Ah. Indeed it is. Especially when the losing side is a dragon. Ugh, not this again. Ugh. I always feel so strange when that happens. Like, there's not enough room inside my own skull.
Where did it come from?
That is the question I would love to know an answer to. Alright. you okay up there?
I can't wait here forever.
Yeah.
Ready to go?
In Skyrim?
Actually, give me 1 more minute.
You'd best hurry it up.
Dragon fighting is hungry work, and I could use a little bit of lunch before we head out. Almost out of this charred meat. Okay. Let's get on our way again.
Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Some say
Giddy up there.
Rumarin is a feminine name, but I'm not a girl, I just fight like one.
Yeah, you fight pretty well, I'd say. Just like a girl does. Maybe we'd better hurry it up a bit.
Say what you will about the Dark Elves. Proper job with Azure Shrine. You can see for miles on a clear day. Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along the way?
Now, I was just hoping you could pick up the pace a little bit.
No problem.
Thank you.
I used to play in the Yorgrim River when I was just a boy. It's true. I was never afraid of the stories about Forsaken Cave, of course.
I've never really heard those stories. I'm not really a local, you know. Let's just keep riding past these wolves. I don't want another fight right now. And I'm sure you don't either, after that dragon. Oh. Nicely done.
Did you spot the dwarven ruins up there? Mizenvassel, Vinshaft, and Mizenshalaf. Good thing the dwarf disappeared and stopped naming things.
Actually, I'm curious about what that is up ahead.
Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along the way?
Could we actually stop here?
Just sit back. This won't take long.
Those wolves aren't still following us, are they?
Whoa.
Oh, looks like it's an inn. And I do not see Garm. Oh, there he is. Good boy. Thanks for the ride. If you're sticking around, well, I don't know yet if I'll be staying here for the night, but if I am and you're still here, I could still use a ride in the morning. Let's check this place out. Oh, there's a little pond down here. I guess they get some good fishing. Seems like a peaceful spot, though still a bit cold for my tastes. Well, let's go inside. Warm up a little bit at least.